What's up, guys? I hope you guys are ready because today we're having an Unbound death battle! Alright, that's enough of that. Alright guys, so today we're gonna have an Unbound death battle, and we're gonna be having Johnny Blaze, Ghost Rider. Versus Al Simmons of the Spawn. That's right, guys. So this death battle is going to be a little bit different than you probably have experienced before, as my face will actually be here. I know! Try not to scream. On the bright side, at least I don't look as bad as Al. Maybe that was a little too harsh. Anyway, so first things first, we're going to talk about the Ghost Rider. That's right, Johnny Blaze. Now, the Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze is about 6'2" and weighing roughly around 220 pounds. And yes, I do have my handy dandy notepad here where I'm cheating. But that's okay. And Johnny's powers consist of the ability to control, manipulate, and manifest hellfire. He also has been able to, one of his best feats, he's been able to tank hits from the Hulk. So that's a pretty cool feat. He took hits from World Breaker Hulk. Not just any Hulk, World Breaker, like I could smash, me. Yeah. And also, being Ghost Rider gives Johnny the ability to, have heightened senses, speed, stamina, strength. The Ghost Rider powers also provide a bit of a healing factor. Like, he's even apparently grown, one of the best feats he's had, he's actually grown back a whole limb. So that's a really cool feat there. And then thanks to, the second Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze got a ton of, special new powers, including the ability to summon the Hellfire Chain, which is his primary weapon, which is really cool that he has the Hellfire Chain, I'm just gotta say. Hey, he also has a shotgun that can fire Hellfire shots. Instead of regular bullets, and it also will fire regular bullets. And apparently he can travel through any incorporeal realm, so pretty much he can travel to Mephisto's realm, heaven, hell, those kinds of places. Maybe even places like Valhalla, or like Thor's realm, but that's that's a little iffy on that one. But don't worry about it; it's not relevant. The next thing that we have, we cannot forget and the last power that Johnny Blaze has is the Penance Stare. The ability to make any opponent feel the weight of their own sins and feel any kind of pain they've ever inflicted on anyone, on innocent people ever. So that's one hell of a superpower. Now, the next guy we're going to talk about is Al Simmons, aka Spawn. Now, Spawn is 6'2" and weighs damn near 500 pounds. Yeah, it's because his body is made out of, I think it's called necroplasm. So essentially, it's basically like this kind of undead kind of substance, essentially. It's like the energy source for all the spawns. So he actually weighs quite a bit. He's a pretty heavy dude. his thing is his suit is called something called a Lethia. Essentially, this is a living suit. It's practically a parasitic demon almost. And basically, what what Spawn's suit allows him to do is it allows him to manifest almost any weapon he needs, from swords, axes, spikes, chains. It allows his cape to allow him to fly, camouflage, turn into an extra layer of armor. He also has the ability to teleport and do among a bunch of other things, thanks to his suit being part of being a Hellspawn. However, the caveat is that every time he uses his suit's powers, he is draining his necroplasm, which is the power source of his armor, or his suit, I should say. But basically, it's limited to Al Simmons' imagination. So, that being said, Al also does carry firearms because he is trained to be a CIA assassin. So, because he was trained to do that before he became Spawn, essentially, Al is also smart enough. He carries, several firearms. And like the Ghost Rider, he also has regenerative capabilities. Generate by thinking about it. The only ways to kill a Hellspawn is either to make them use up all of their necroplasm energy or behead them. Or you need to also have the ability to you also have to have some kind of divine level power to kill a Hellspawn as well, so there is that. So, essentially, but also Al Simmons has all sorts of like Johnny Blaze, has heightened strength, speed, stamina. I mean, these guys can fight forever. So, essentially, these guys are basically both dudes who were essentially cursed by the devil percent of their respective universes, and then thus this deal or curse gave them powers. So essentially that's what we're going to have. So let's find out who wins this death battle. The winner is, guys, Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze. Now, hold your pitchforks out there, Spawn guys. Alright? The reason why Johnny Blaze wins is because, to be frank, we don't really know what Spawn's strength level is, but since we're comparing Al Simmons' Spawn, who gave up his godly power at some point, because he did have power that rivaled God and Satan of his universe, and then eventually he gave that up to become back to just being a Hellspawn. So we basically have current Johnny Blaze versus, Hellspawn Al Simmons. So, regular Ghost Rider Johnny Blaze versus Al Simmons. Now, the thing is, Al Simmons is definitely the better hand-to-hand combatant, as Johnny's a stunt guy, and Al is clearly a CIA assassin who's probably on combat skills, or probably on par with Black Widow, Hawkeye, the Punisher of the Marvel Universe. I would even argue that he's probably more skilled than some of them. But the thing with these guys is, the truth is, the Ghost Rider has one thing about him. As far as we can tell, Doctor Strange makes a comment about the Ghost Rider's capabilities, that he probably could have defeated Willbreaker Hulk. The problem was that Willbreaker Hulk doesn't feel that he is actually on the side of, righteousness in that area. He goes about it in a brutal way, but the truth is he was actually kind of right to seek reparation from the Illuminati in the Marvel Universe. So Ghost Rider's powers couldn't affect him to the full degree. But Spawn, this is a completely different story. Spawn is Al Simmons, who is a assassin. Basically, he was an assassin with a conscience. So the thing is, because he killed innocent people as Spawn, he went to hell. Therefore, the Ghost Rider's penance there can actually hurt Spawn, because the thing is, the Ghost Rider's powers don't just burn you physically, they burn your very soul. And that's also the kind of hellfire that the Ghost Rider can emit. So even though these guys both basically are throwing energy blast, and they're both able to be they're really strong, they can heal, they can fight forever, ultimately what it comes down to is, you know, the Ghost Rider is, you know, his only darkness per se is that he made a deal with Mephisto. And from that point, he becomes this hero who, willingly goes out there and seeks righteousness and defends the weak. I mean, he's basically this guy who's like, well, I've got evil powers, but now I will do my best to protect all the innocent people with my evil powers. Whereas Al Simmons is very much this, like, you know what I mean? He's kind of this grumpy, like, oh, fine, I'll step in and save the day, even though I really just want to sit here and brood and plot my vengeance against against Albaruja. You know what I mean? So, the thing is, we don't really know how strong Spawn is, but we do know that just regular Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider has seen to have lifting strength of 25 tons, which that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's not Hulk level, but you know, we're talking about Ghost Rider, you know, being full power unhinged. I mean, both of these guys are pretty limited by their imagination, but I would also argue Johnny probably has a better level of imagination as opposed to Al, who is a CIA operative. I mean, his thing about Al is he primarily relies on his use of guns over his use of the armor known as Lithia. So if he's not going to use his armor, this is going to give the Ghost Rider the upper hand in the fact that, you know, in these death battles, we let these characters, they're true to themselves, but they also they're not going to hold back. And if Johnny ain't holding back, you know, if he ain't holding back the spirit of vengeance, so to speak, which is basically what the Ghost Rider is, he's not going to stop. Hey, he's going to go full force. I'm going to burn this dude's soul. So essentially the winner is the Ghost Rider. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, this new style of death battle where you actually get to see my face. If you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments below, and if you want to see more death battles like this in the future, make sure you hit that like button. So all credits to any footage that I have used from other YouTubers or whatever will be in the description below, so make sure you go check out that description and go check them out, because they deserve all the credit for any video footage that I have used in this video. Alright guys, I'm Brian for the Unbound Series channel. I will see you guys next Friday. Peace!